What's up there, Sagittarius? This is going to be your weekly reading for July the 8th through the 14th. So if you guys are Sagittarius, the sun, moon, risings, or any other placements of Sag, this may resonate with you. However, bear in mind that these readings are collective energy readings. These are not personal readings. So they are general to the general public. So it may be a few of you that resonates, whether that be partially or fully. Sometimes you can resonate fully with readings, but there is a chance that it may not resonate at all with you. So I trust that whatever it is that the Most High God puts in me to relay to those who are meant to hear it, I trust that it will reach them. But for those that it's not meant for, hopefully this reading will lead you to the reader that has a message for you, okay? So just keep that in mind. So let's tap into the weekly energy for Sagittarius energies, those who are born under the sign of Sag. I trust that this reading is divinely protected, divinely guided. Okay, door to romance, the third chakra, which is Archangel Chenoa, the solar plexus chakra. Rest and rejuvenate, broken heart. Okay, Magician in the mirror, he tried to come out reversed, so I'm going to turn him upright. Okay, so I want a starburst right now, so I'm going to do a general overview with the energy oracle, and then the after tarot I will use for the Celtic cross spread, and at the very end I'm going to do a love energy spread with my relationship oracle. So I had to have a starburst real quick. Okay. Door to romance number 33 is your overall energy. So I feel like you might be challenged with the energies of love. Like there's a part of you that wants to open up to love, and there's a part of you that is so closed off to it, or kind of the energies are open up, and maybe there's a part of you that isn't sure if it's time to walk through the doors of romance, or you just kind of may want to, some of you guys may want to force the doors open to romance so that, you know, it can happen and it can flow and you can be in the energy of love, but your heart is not really open or ready for that right now. But take a resonance. You guys have the solar plexus chakra card in your challenge position. So some of you guys are not feeling some of you guys are not feeling confident in your stance this week. Your ability to create is a little, at least your belief. I don't really feel like it's true that it's your ability to create is weak. I feel like your belief that you can create is weak, not the ability. So you may want to work on your solar plexus chakra, and also, you know, there may be a lack of confidence due to the matters of the heart or just the energy of love. You may not feel too confident about yourself that, you know, am I deserving of it? Can I do this? Can I have that? You know, there's a lot of doubt here. Some of you guys may be like, no, I'm ready and blah, blah, blah. There's this false sense of readiness and confidence. But the truth is that for some, you're not ready to receive what you're asking for just yet. You may still be in the process of creating it, or you just don't feel, some of you may not feel that you are capable of creating it. But with regret, oh my God, I'm trying to like take all this in. So rest and rejuvenation. Spirit is telling you that this is a time where you need to spend within yourself. There's a lot that you can obtain within. There's a lot of information that you can get once you meditate and reflect. Once you spend time with yourself, once you spend time connecting with the divine or the universe, whatever, connecting with what your heart is really saying and what it really wants. When you spend that, you have to spend more time with yourself. I really feel like that's what this is saying, that you will find that peace within yourself. But if you're going out trying to find a piece of yourself in someone else, you're not going to find it. You know, you're always going to have this emptiness, this shortcoming, and not feeling like, okay, well, it's half enough. It's not enough. And that's because the wholeness that you're seeking has to come within first. Okay? the heartbreak card, the broken heart, and your focus. Again, Spirit is saying that your heart is not healed yet. There's still some things that you're still hurting over. There's still some things that you haven't properly healed and released. Some of you guys haven't fully just, you know, maybe you got to have a good cry. Some of you are trying to push away whatever it is that needs to be looked at, whatever needs to be reflected upon, whatever it is that you have to be honest and truthful with yourself about. You may just be like, nah, you know, I'm over it, F it. And instead of saying, I have to acknowledge the fact that, yes, this hurt me, or yes, you know, I may have played some roles in hurting other people, or I'm not really happy with certain things, or I'm not happy with my life right now. Just being real and honest with yourself is very healing and very therapeutic. So, Magician in the Mirror. Again, you have the capability. You have... I feel like you have the ability to manifest and create whatever you want. You do. But you have to know that. You have to know what you're capable of, and that whatever you desire and you're seeking in the matters of the heart, it may not be romantic for everybody, but in the matters of the heart, whatever you're seeking and searching for, know that it is being created, and sometimes it takes time. And part of it is why it may be taking time is because there's still healing that is to be done. There's still a process of healing, whether you like it or not. You don't want to take old energy into a new relationship. For some of you guys, you've already tried that, and where has that gotten you? So just keep that in mind. Let's do the Celtic cross with the After Tarot. I'm not going to do an actual Celtic cross like spread where the cards are all laying certain types of way. I'm not doing that, but I'm doing the placements of the Celtic cross. So thank you, Most High God, for this divine reading for the Sagittarians out there who are meant to resonate with this reading. Thank you. Alright. 5 of Cups in reverse. 5 of Pentacles. Got some shifts happening. The Hangman keeps coming out for a lot of people. The 6 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles. That's got a lot of earth energy. The World in reverse. The 9 of Cups in reverse. The 6 of Swords. The Hermit. And the Justice card. Okay. Let's see what's up with you. I don't know why it's crooked. It's probably been crooked this whole time, but I don't know. Anyway, so the 5 of Cups represents you, where your energy is. It's in reverse though. So, excuse me, you guys are actually in the midst of releasing and letting go of past hurts and disappointments, whether that be with other people or with yourself. You're releasing those energies. There's a level of cloudiness, so there could be a lot of, you know, seeking clarity as to why, you know, certain things took place, you know, the disappointments that took place, why did they happen, what do I do with them, what next, what now, okay? So you're getting that clarity. I feel like you're coming into this clarity. So the energy that crosses you is the 5 of Pentacles. Some of you guys still feel like you're getting the short end of the stick when it comes to blessings and gifts and opportunities, whether that be financially, whether that be just some sort of gifts. Some of you guys may be worried about your finances. Some of you guys just may feel like everybody else but me. Everybody else is getting but me. Or it could be a specific area where it's like, okay, everybody else is, you know, successful in this and that, and then I'm over here. Everybody else is in a relationship, and here I am over here. There's something about this energy. You got the Hangman right next to it, and this represents what crowns you. So what's crowning you is that, what I'm getting from the Hangman for a lot of people is that this is it's kind of like a spiritual test, like kind of testing you to see, are you really ready for what you're asking for, or the next level spiritually, where you're at within yourself, your awareness, your process of who you are, and certain things on a spiritual level. Are you completely at a place where you're ready for the next level? So with the Hangman being here, it's kind of like you're being kind of Pay attention to how you handle this season of your life, and you know how you're feeding yourself, and how you're what kind of thoughts or energies are you feeding yourself. So you have to be very mindful of that. And I feel that in this season there's a lot of sacrifices that need to be made. You're gonna have to give up certain aspects of yourself that aren't working, even if you feel like, well, this is just who I am and this is what I've been through and blah blah blah. Certain things that are not working for you anymore, and you might have to give up, for some of you, your own certain things that you feel like are owed to you, and this is how it should be, and this is how I want it, and this is when I want it. Sometimes it's based off of alignment, it's based off of energy. But I do feel like the energy that is beneath you with the Six of Pentacles is that you're not able to see the fact that you are blessed, that you do have something that's given to you, or there's something that is currently in the midst, like even in the midst of when you feel like you don't have, you're still receiving blessings. And it could be multiple ways, and abundance is not just materialistic, it's not just financial. So there, in some way, you're receiving abundance even in a period of feeling like you don't have anything. You're still being fed, you're still being blessed in this period. So with the Three of Pentacles, what is behind you is certain things in your past that just, you know, could be childish energy, childish ways, beliefs in the past, you know, childhood traumas and issues, certain things. You've surpassed an old aspect of you in some way. You've done the work, and now it's time for you to graduate and move forward. With the World card in reverse, what is before you? What is before you is a new beginning, is a victory, but it's not exactly time. It's like you're still struggling to release something. I don't know how else to explain it. It's kind of like you're shifting your energy, but there's still some other things that need tweaking. Because I see the fives as shifts in your life, major changes. You have 2 5s. So 55 may resonate with some of you. That may be an angel number that you might need to look up or look into. But I do see something emotionally being shifted, but it's your perception of how you're seeing things that may still need some tweaking and work. And I feel like there's a victory, and there's an ending of a closure of a cycle to lead you into the new beginning that's here, but there's still something you have to master first. So your attitude, the 9 of Cups. It's kind of like this spoiled brat attitude, and I hope I'm not being harsh, but I'm just getting it the best way that I can explain it. This is how I'm getting it. It's like this spoiled attitude, like you owe me, or that this is what I want. It's this greediness, or it's this like, I gotta have it all now, I want it now, or I gotta have everything this way and that way. And it's this self-entitlement energy. And if you haven't fully surpassed the Hangman, where you get to a place of humbleness, where certain aspects or certain things that we know don't serve us anymore, that we have to give up regardless of how other people are going to see us or how they're going to view us. If we're not able to get over that, then what? Now what? How are you going to receive all of this goodness and abundance if you haven't fully surpassed this level yet of certain things that you haven't gotten over? How do you expect it, right? I hope that makes sense. So you have the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is the influence around you. Okay, so sorry, hold on 1 second. Okay, so I feel that the influence around you may be some sort of like leaders or people that are kind of like, what's the right word? It's forerunners, or people that are kind of like the gatekeepers of you know, divine wisdom, or people that have walked this path before you, people that have knowledge in this. And it could even be that your spiritual guides and ancestors are subconsciously guiding you and leading you. And I just felt a brush of wind and air when I said that. So for majority of you, it is going to be that these are spiritual guides. But for others of you, I feel like this may be other people that you get knowledge and wisdom from. So it could be people that, you know, you watch on YouTube. It could be books that you read. It could be people in your life that have gone through certain things, the same things that you've gone through, maybe in a different way, but they know what you're going through. They have the divine wisdom, especially with the Hermit right next to this card. They have the divine wisdom to kind of help you along the way. With the Hermit card, this represents your hopes and your fears. Some of you guys fear standing alone. Some of you guys kind of fear what is to come because you don't really know what to expect. Some of you guys have learned the lessons and the wisdom, and some of you guys are afraid of, you know, am I capable enough? Do I know enough to move forward? Am I really ready to step out with what I know in my wisdom? Some of you guys hope that you guys are capable and wise enough to move forward in life, or maybe not to make the same mistakes in the past, or that you've learned your lessons in the past so that you don't have to repeat these things once again. So with the Justice card, the Justice card is the conclusion of this energy. And I feel like this is all about a karmic cycle. Especially with the World card here, I would have been able to truly like wholeheartedly be like yes with the Wheel of Fortune, but I'm still feeling like this is a karmic cycle, or just some sort of karmic lessons that are being learned and played out, and that's what this is. And I feel this is very similar to Libra energy, so some of you guys may have Libra in your chart because there's similarities, so you might want to look at Libra's reading. And even if you don't have Libra in your chart, or you don't know, or not if you do, if you feel called to watch it, I would, because you might get a little more clarity. But let's see where the love is concerned, the love reading. Regardless of your personal relationship situation, your relationship status, we're just going to tap into the collective overall energy of love and how it's affecting Sagittarius this week. Family and friends, reconciliation temporarily, false love, unconditional love, forgiveness. All right, I'm going to clarify with the tarot just to get a little more in depth with this. So let's see what's goody. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Moon, the Tower, and the King of Wands. Five of Swords all wanted to come out together, so I'm just going to accept it and take it. Okay, the Hermit card. All these cards want to come out. I don't know if I should take all of these, but they came out. So, okay. I have to trust this because I know that these were not reversed in the other spread, but now they're reversed. So you got the Hermit card, Justice in reverse, with the Six of Swords in reverse, and now the Nine of Cups is upright. So I'm going to trust that. I don't know. That's how I seen them. So I'm going to take them how I saw them. Family and friends with the Seven of Pentacles. So overall, when it comes to your love life, I feel that your family and friends may be your biggest support, or they can also be your biggest test of patience. Okay, your family and friends may be here to show you and teach you patience, whether they're actively doing this, like, you know, this is, you know, love is, you know, the advice. If it's meant to be, you know, give it time, blah, blah, that type of thing. Or these people are testing your patience when it comes to love. Because I kind of get this vibe that your relationship with family and friends echoes the type of relationships that you'll have romantically. Some of you guys, you may have a relationship that once started off as friends or mutual family and friends or something like that. But I feel for a majority of you that this is looking at your stamina in relationships and your patience. So your patience with your family and friends really speaks volumes about your relationships. Do you form friendships fast and quickly? Do they last? Or do you take time? Do you have friends and relatives that you have close bonds with? Do you have friends that develop into family members over time? So that will speak about your relationships. The challenge with this, with the Queen of Swords, reconciliation temporarily. I feel like you guys might have a tendency to cut people off quickly. You don't really give people time. You might get to a point where you get very defensive, or you have these strong sense of boundaries, whether you find them to be, and I don't mean to go in on y'all Sagittarius, I really don't mean to, but this is what I'm getting. So please don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger, okay? But anyway, this is what I'm getting, that Queen of Swords, whether you feel like it's valid or not, that okay, I'm cutting all these people off, F you, blah blah blah, whatever. The truth of this is this is your challenge. Some of you guys may be like, well, I don't know if I made the right decision with certain people that I did put the guards up with. I did block them, or I cut them out of my life, or I cussed them out, or I don't know if, you know, if this person shows me one red flag, is it worth me giving this person another chance? So that could be for some of you. Others of you may be dealing with a feminine or female air sign. That's why I said some of you guys might need to watch Libra, because it could be something that's in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Libra person and it's like a breakup to make up thing, or it's just kind of like your cutoff game is strong, but you don't know if it's, you know, if it's valid, or spirit may be saying your cutoff game is a little too loose. You might need to check yourself, check your motives. Or if you're dealing with the person that's continuously cutting you off, it's like you might need to make sure that this is what's good. So you have the Moon card, false love. So false love with the Moon card is that for some of you, your approach to this is that you're going to have to walk through the darkness of certain connections. You're not always going to get the validation that it's safe to be with someone, it's safe to trust. Relationships, you also may be learning that relationships are not built off of deception and lies and secrets. Okay? You may have been dealing with the situation where you thought it was love, because I feel it could have been an illusion. It could have been like this fantasy-like relationship. Could have been with the Pisces. Like I said in another video, I don't know why tarot has the Moon card labeled as a Pisces card when Cancer's ruling planet is the Moon. So I'm gonna say, you know, yeah, Pisces, but I feel possibly Cancer. And if it's not the sign of Cancer, then it's the season of Cancer that may be very sensitive to a lot of people, especially for you. Maybe you have Cancer in your chart, but you may have seen that it's not what you thought it was, and it could have been a lot of deception and a lot of wolves in sheep clothing, someone cloaking themselves to be truly, you know, in love with you, or you thought that that was the case, or maybe you were deceptive and you're seeing the truth of it, because unconditional love is over here. So now that you know what love is not, now you get to understand what true love is. And with the King of Wands, this can represent you. This can represent you in your highest capacity, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. You're learning this as the King of Wands, as the fire sign person. You're learning what unconditional love is because of foundations that were not firmly rooted. They were not planted on the right things. So certain things had to come to a screeching halt. Could have been a dramatic breakup or ending, or just some sort of revelation that hit you pretty heavy. You weren't expecting it. The Five of Swords, like I said, it could have been an argument. It could have been some sort of truth, like someone called the situation out, or someone just showed their ass. They showed their hand. They showed their true colors. And I feel that this is showing you what unconditional love is. Now, for some of you, this unconditional love has to start within the self. It almost always, you know, we don't ever truly, sometimes we have to learn what love is not through other people, only for us to find that unconditional love starts within the self. And I feel like that for some of you, that's where you are, or that's where you're headed. The conclusion of all of this with forgiveness is that some of you guys may be wishing for forgiveness, But make sure that you're following, because I get stubbornness with some of you guys. Like, y'all, like, no, I know, and no, I'm going to do what I want to do. And I have to say again, like, how has that been working for you? For some of you. Don't take this personally if it doesn't resonate, but I'm just saying for some of you, how has that really worked? By implementing old ways. That's for anybody, not just Sagittarius, but how has that ever worked for anyone? By sticking to old things time and time again. Anybody that has started anything in life knows that you can't make changes off of the old ways of doing things and old patterns. So with the Judgment card and the Hermit and the Six of Swords, some of you guys may actually take, maybe this is you do take the advice of other people. Whoever these Six of Swords energies were that I was speaking of in the other spread, that are like ancestral guides or help, or people that are, you know, wise, have been through certain journeys similar to you, whether they're older or younger than you, it doesn't really matter, the same age. These are wise beings. And I feel whatever the wisdom is that you take from this may shift your perception of things. And the forgiveness is not for other people, but it's for the self. With the Nine of Cups, this is fulfillment in the self. Some of you guys may be seeking forgiveness from another person, and that might make you feel better, or you giving that forgiveness, or, you know, forgiving another person, or someone, you know, saying, okay, well, I forgive you. There's fulfillment in that, whatever opposite end, whatever end you're on. So just take what resonates. I hope that this does resonate with whoever it was meant to resonate with. And if you guys feel guided to share this video with someone you think may resonate with it, feel free to do so. If you guys like this video, like it, subscribe to the channel if you feel guided to. Don't forget to check the description box if you guys would like to book a reading with me. Also, you guys can follow me on Instagram. I go live from time to time. I do many readings on there, pick a cards and things like that. So that will also be in the description box below. I will see you guys in the next reading. Until next time, peace.